Good afternoon. How are you today? Lovely. Okay. So my name is Clara Leshenka, and I welcome you to my masterclass, whose theoretical framework is pedagogical synergy. A Greek word, synergos, denotes working together. So synergy implies cooperative interaction that creates an enhanced combined effect. This class explores the methodology of creating synergetical functional space at the early stages of teaching English. From my teaching experience, creation of synergetic functional space is the joint cognitive, cultural, and educational action that increases effective togetherness within a specially created functional space in English. Traditional methods of teaching ESL use group works within a topically closed system. A functional space is open and it emerges a catalyst or thematic carrier is present each time. In functional approach, 1 + 1 is never 2. It is always 3. Henceforth, our functional space has certain characteristics, and they are cooperation. No one is there to support because cooperative involvement and engagement, including a simple sheet of paper or a pen, is integrated into the world of being with English. Teamwork. Peer feedback is crucial to the exchange because it motivates a person to be together with the others of a similar kind. Then third one, interdisciplinary partnerships. Our 7-year-old students are a digital conscious generation and they have access to any kind of information and can be interested in the exchange of subject domains at the English lessons. And finally, collaboration. It's about us teachers who learn to work in a collaborative environment. We are always pressed for time, and what we do can be used only once. As we generously turn to new books and editions, we ourselves live in functional space. We create this functional space to help our students to move from one stage to another. So what we create, these new techniques and these new tools, we want to share all of them. And all this creates a combined effect. And not only technology in a classroom setting is important, but also our collegiate responses to change in classes' functional space. The methodological values are assessed by evaluation programs that monitor assessment needs of both teachers and learners. So I insist on my tools represented today as the attempt of creating a continuous functional space that produces unanticipated connections to activate brain boosters in English. It is continuous because English is an open system. Unanticipated connections are emerged because we're not just simply teaching words. We are teaching the space where children can use these words. Brain boosters appear, we activate brain boosters as a child's view of the world. So when all these things are stimulated or triggered, active being in the world through continuous circulation in English starts moving. So today I invite you to my functional space. What educational competencies are achieved? Interdisciplinarity, interculturality, national identity formation, and multimediality. The desired outcome of this master class is synergetic effect circulation in the functional space of communicated and cooperative uses of English. Let's build a synergetic effect circulation. For this, we need to turn to our textbook that we use in the primary school, Super Minds 1, written by Melanie Williams. We are going to have a look at pages 78 and 79. You have the handouts on your table. 78 represents the first lesson, and 10 new words are introduced. 5 for the habitats and 5 for the geographical features. two speech patterns are presented in the speech bubbles. They are: the polar regions are white and blue. You find sand in the desert. Page 79 introduces lesson 2, and lesson 2 develops the previous lesson number 1. New words are also introduced here. They are tiger, parrot, camel, goat, polar bear, shark, jellyfish, penguin. And one speech pattern is also introduced. You can find tigers in the jungle. You find tigers in the jungle. So, have a look at the new words once more that the children learn. For pre-teaching all these patterns, we need to introduce also opinion expressions, like in my opinion, I think to my mind, and a cause and effect conjunction, because. So, let's build step number 1. Build synergetic effects equation. So, we build building, we build top related chains with the keywords. On your tables, you have a worksheet. Your task is very simple. Use colored pencils and draw the lines continuously from column 1 to column 2 and then to column 3. So you are free to do it. So, which is the last word in the polar region snow chain? Yes, it is one. What chain is for the ocean? Great. So, what about desert?
Desert,
Sand and brown.
Orange and
orange. Right. Jungle.
Trees,
Green. Okay. Mountain.
Rock.
Brown. So which colored pencil did you use for the jungle?
Green.
It was green. So what about mountain?
Brown.
It was brown. So the completed table is on the screen. So I have used a red color because children tend to choose their favorite pencils first. As soon as they understand which kind of lake should be created, they begin to choose the correct pencils. So green for jungle, brown for the mountain, and as you can see, red, we have here a blue color pencil, but they could have used a red one because in our textbooks the corals are red and our corals are in the ocean. The certain techniques activate certain drivers, and these drivers are: in the first very column you can see driver number 1. It is the concept, and our concept is the name, the topic of our lesson, and it is habitat. So we have polar region, ocean, desert, jungle, and mountain. Column 2 represents top feature of the concept. And what is it?
Sand, rock.
It is a geographical feature of these habitats. The third column is for visual coloring of the concept. And finally, we have driver number 4, which is in the implicit, and you can use it in any way you want. So this driver, what is this concept to my being in the world? So children can say, as they already know a pattern I like, they can say, I like a desert, or I like a mountain, I like brown rocks, and so forth. Let's get down to step number 2. Using topic-related chains to activate continuity of functional space. Your working memory stores these topic-related chains, and now you can see here a green circle. What does it represent?
Jungle.
Trees. A visual coloring. Okay, so we have here this picture of a green tree. What does it represent?
Geographical.
A geographical feature of our habitat. Which picture is missing? A jungle, our habitat, that's right. So what have we enjoyed here? In our functional space, we have fun sliding across diversity. So we can additionally activate these drivers using the color, the feature, and the habitat. by circulating not only words but also sentences. What kind of sentences can you make? They should be very simple, okay? Do remember that our students are very little. Okay, so what sentences can you make using these three drivers?
The trees are green.
The trees are green, great.
Trees in jungles.
There are green trees in
jungle.
jungle. Okay, the jungle is
Green.
green, great. The trees in the jungle are green. So here we are populating a magic world of actually being in English. The next step is step number 3. Having activated continuity in our functional space, we explore its compare and contrast opportunities as well as choices through circular movement across our functional space in a topic-related vessel, our cognitive control mechanism. We will activate the circulation chain that explores contrast first. In the familiar true or false pattern, we can use different substitutions. First, let's read this pattern.
You can find snow in the desert.
So, is it true or false?
False.
It is false. So the circulation starts moving when we start activating the what and the where components. So when this very task is complete, we can continue with the you can find circulation. For example, I have my own statements. Your task is to read and of course to tell me if they are true or false. Okay, who wants to start?
You can find corals in the desert. It is false.
Okay, great.
You can find trees in the desert. It's also false.
Okay.
You can find mountains in the desert. It's false.
Okay.
You can find snow in the desert. False.
You can find snow in the jungle. False.
False.
You can find snow in the mountains.
All right. So it's true. But our textbooks don't give such information. Children don't know that there can be snow in the mountains. And as children tend to give usually false statements, here we come to our brain booster. So a child makes a discovery and we appraise it as a brain booster because there is snow in the mountain. Let's play with the words find and water. So you have to use two of these words in your statements.
You can find water in the ocean.
Okay, so this information is given in the textbook. Okay, any other variants?
You can't
find water in the desert.
You can't, they don't know the word can't. So they can't use can't in this very context. So you have to use you can find component here, okay? Okay, so
You can find water in the jungle.
In the jungle.
alright, and this is again a brain booster because this information is not given, okay? Next.
You can find water in the mountains.
Yes, you can find water in the mountains, and again, all this information is a brain booster because again, it is not given in the textbook, and you can explain these things to the children because there is water in the polar region. Penguins can swim. Polar bears can swim. We can go further to step 4. Step 4 generates synergetic effect circulation in functional space. This is guesswork circulation with verbal and non-verbal cooperation and interaction. It is a kind of a game between what is in the explicit and what is in the implicit. Here we are training the most effective exercises. I hope you will enjoy them. I call this exercise guess circulation in progress with one verbalized component missing. So you can see a beautiful color in a warm, beautiful ocean. So you can see two speech patterns. It is a coral, it is red. What is missing? Which speech pattern is missing here?
You can find the ocean.
Use these speech patterns because children tend to read. It is an ocean, so the habitat is missing here. This exercise coordinates verbal and non-verbal competencies. The following exercise is gas circulation with visualized lexicon support and the speech pattern prepared for verbalization. You see a picture that shows orange sand. This desert inhabits a scorpion too. The available support is only it is. So we have only grammar expectations. So these grammar expectations are verbalized. You can speak using these visual images. So what sentences can you say?
It is a desert. It is orange.
Okay. And what summative sentence can you give using the expressions of opinion, the opinion expressions?
I
think it is a desert
to my mind.
because it is orange, or because the sand is orange, or because there is a scorpion. Great. So this exercise coordinates verbal and non-verbal competencies through a speech pattern, joining together grammar and vocabulary, as well as geography and biology. The next exercise is called What is Missing in the Functional Space. The visual objects are a brown circle and a goat. As you do remember, the second lesson represents the animals in different habitats. So children, small children, our 7-year-old students, do not know where these animals live. And it is a surprise for them that a goat can be not only a domestic animal. So that is why in this chain, a brown circle is given to narrow their search and to activate the following words. So, which is the next word in the chain? What can it be? So, how can we help our students to guess which is the next word? What questions can we ask? Using, for example, not just a goat, but this color. The questions, what kind of questions should you ask our children? For example, they don't know true complex sentences because is a desert brown? Is an ocean brown? We need to narrow our search. Is jungle brown? What is brown? Are the mountains brown? And of course, children guess that the mountains are brown. But we have one more missing thing. And what is this thing? The fourth one.
The continent.
No, we have concept, geographical features, and animals, and visual coloring. So, animal, visual coloring, habitat, and what is missing? So, what question can you ask your students? What can you find in the mountains? And of course, these will be rocks. In this way, students learn that goats live in the mountains. So in this way, they enrich their world. But they can give different sentences. For example, I think goats live. You can find goats in the mountains because they like rocks. Or goats live in the mountains because rocks are brown, or because mountains are brown. Lots of variants are possible, but the task of the students is to speak and to represent those variants. Now we have two more colors and two sea animals, red and blue. So how can you guess the functional space of the ocean here? What is blue?
The ocean.
The water is blue. What is red?
Corals.
The corals are red. Which is the missing habitat? The ocean, right. What animals can swim in the ocean? Jellyfish and sharks. Sharks. What can they like in the ocean? Corals, right. So you can ask different questions to activate students' speaking skills. So this exercise coordinates verbal and non-verbal competences through a speech pattern that develops powers of generalization and placing together them in a topic-generating vessel. The next step, the next exercise, is a concept formation, completion. I think it is in a cause and effect chain. So you can see the word polar region. It is followed by the arrow to a question mark, which is followed by the arrow to the word light. And here you can see a speech pattern, which students have to use. I think it is. So what kind of sentence can we make here?
I think it is polar region because
It's a bit simple to do because they are kids, so they have to find this missing word. So I think it is
polar region.
what is missing. What?
White.
So we have visual coloring, we have habitat, but we don't have geographical feature. So the children should say, I think it is snow.
Yeah.
Right. But we have two pictures in the implicit. A polar bear and the polar region itself with water. Now children can make their own sentences. Now you are free to make these sentences using these pictures and using these words. It's up to you to decide what sentences you want to make. So please, to try.
Polar region is white.
Use I think. I
I
think.
think the polar region is white
You may use it because.
because the snow is white.
Excellent. Here we create a cause and effect chain. Okay. So the cause is what? Any other sentences? Use the bear if you want.
Do they know word leave?
No, they don't. It's new for them. You can say that, but they do know there is there are. So, or you can find.
I think it is a polar region because I can see a bear.
I can see a polar bear. That's right.
Polar bear.
Anything else?
I think polar bears are white because they live in the polar region.
Yes, it's a very good sentence. For 7-year-old students. Anything else? So any kind of sentence, I think it is polar region because
The snow is white.
it is cold. Of course, you can use weather patterns as well because it is cold and snowy, right? So in such sliding through the concept, any component can be activated, increasing the number of possible substitutions and variants. It can be one component in the explicit and two in the implicit. Two components in the explicit and one in the implicit, and as the like. Finally, we can wrap up our circulation efforts using complete functional space question and decision-making response through revision circulated movements. You can see a penguin, and it is written a penguin. You can see a speech pattern. It lives in there. So how can children complete this task? What can they say? It lives in the polar region. But I will ask you a question. What color is the penguin?
It's white.
Black.
Okay, so paraphrase the sentence once more using the color.
Black
and
white
white
penguins live
in the
polar region. You can see here snow. Do penguins like snow?
Yes, they
Yes, they do.
Paraphrase.
Black and white.
The penguin lives in the
Polar region and
like
snow. Now you can see the water. Where you can find water?
In the
In the ocean. Can penguins swim?
Yes.
Yes, they can. So now you can paraphrase with the word swim. A black and white
penguins can swim
live
in the
polar region because
they like snow and they can swim
in the blue
in the ocean. Great. So this third picture is used for the change of different slides. So I used it for myself, but still we can use it as another driver for another sentence. What do penguins like to eat?
Fish.
Fish. Great. Now you have the final sentence.
Black and white penguins
Live in the
live
polar
in
region
the polar region
because
They like
They like
fish.
snow,
They
can swim, and they like
Fish. Okay, so it's up to you as teachers to decide what you can activate with the help of these pictures. So your task is just to choose the correct pictures and activate all those things that are implicit for the students. In the same way, you can activate synergetic action. Here you can see three objects of one kind: a camel, a parrot, and a jellyfish. So what is the question? Where do they
find
where you can find a camel, right? So the answer: you can find a camel in the desert. The same goes with where is the parrot. So okay, jellyfish.
Where can you find the jellyfish? You can find jellyfish in the ocean.
And now your task is again to ask different questions to help the students to activate their speaking skills. So why do camels live in the desert? You can use weather patterns, you can use geographical features. So please, why do they live in the desert? I think that's right. In my mind, in my opinion,
They live in the desert because it is hot.
because it is hot, or because they like orange sand. So as you see, children do not only develop their speaking skills, they also enrich their world because all this information is new for them, and this way we help them to link English with the rest of the world. So the same way you can ask about a parrot. What can a parrot do? It can fly. Why does it live in the jungle?
Because it likes
I think it lives in the jungle because it likes to fly and it likes green trees. What about our jellyfish? What can a jellyfish see in the ocean? Australia, coral, right. So we will use the word like, right? So jellyfish lives in the ocean because it likes to swim and it likes corals. We have successfully practiced 4 steps and created continuous functional space. So what have we achieved by creating the functional space? Circular movement, activation of working memory, support of creativity and worldview formation, elements of play in linking geography, biology, anthropology in English, identity formation, transformative change, strong visual support of the whiteboard, motivated learning that is a game of being in the world with others. My question to you, what alternative to traditional methods is this? This is my functional space. Moving all the time, they're circulating the words, the sentences. What alternative? Is it fun for children? Yes, it is fun. Yes, it's always visualizing. It is never dull. What else? What do we create?
Develop them.
Yes, of course, it enriches them. So it creates this functional space, right? So we do not teach separate words. We have created this functional space where they can use all these words. And the last thing, which I like the most, is this circle movement. It's the repetitions we have all the time. But these repetitions are never dull. It's something new for the children. And according to my experience, children do learn the words really quickly and they understand how to use them in different speech patterns. So during such lessons, they are never bored. They are always occupied. They have to think all the time. I really thank you for your feedback and involvement.
Thank you very much.
You were amazing. It was great.
It was cool.